You approach the hall of the Brumalmark undetected and discover that one of the magnificent jeweled doors is unlocked. Drawing your weapon, you gently push the door ajar and enter Vonotar's chamber.
Hot.
The hall of the Brumalmark is a vast chamber constructed of crystal blocks rising to a central plateau. On this stands the Brumalmark throne, as old as Hikaya itself. There, Vonotar sits, surrounded by the tomes and elvic trappings of a necromancer. He is wrapped in study and does not see you enter the hall. He remains oblivious to your presence until Loikuma sneezes.
Bless you.
Whoops.
Who dares disturb me? He hisses, rising from the Brumalmark throne, his eyes searching for an intruder. Upon seeing you, he emits a horrified gasp and fumbles for his black staff. He has the look of a criminal who has been discovered in the act of some dreadful crime.
Or a kid with the hand in the cookie jar.
Exactly. Quickly, you raise your weapon and begin to climb the crystal pyramid. You know that you have little time to reach him if you are to overpower and capture him alive. You reach the edge of the plateau in time to see a wide circle of blocks descending around the throne. Between you and Vonotar, a deep moat is forming. Then, from the depths of the moat, you hear a ghastly, inhuman gibbering. You brace yourself for combat, but are totally unprepared for the horror that now faces you. From out of the dark slithers a huge, ghoulish green monster, its deformed head a mass of tentacles and suckers that oozes a putrid black slime. At the center of this writhing mass, a hideous yellow eye pulsates. Vonotar's control over this monster, and he's directing it towards you. And we got a picture of the pretty boy.
Joy.
Oh yeah, here he is.
I feel enough hentai to know where this is going.
Oh, it is.
Oh, for the love of...
Where's all the girl in pretty bikinis when you need them?
Sorry, that's just a...
I swear, Givinia, you are a thing of evil sometimes.
There's just us and an old wizard with a cold.
Yep. So does this mean this is going to be like yaoi now?
Oh,
Shut up and
all
continue
right.
the story.
Right. Do you happen to possess an effigy?
In a fisk.
An effigy.
An effigy. No, it's not a fish, given here.
No, we do not have any effigy in our backpack.
Oh, do you have the Summersword?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
The tentacle horror rises from the moat and attacks you. You glimpse Vonotar raise his black staff and fixing his gaze towards Loikuma. He's attacking the old magician with his mind force. You realize that if Loikuma is killed, the secret of the guild staff will die with him. Before you can do anything else, you must fight the monster to the death. This is an Akraa'Neonor, one of the undead.
No kidding.
And you had a combat skill of 27, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Correct.
Right, just wanted to make sure. That gives you a 4-point advantage over this thing.
Great.
Glorious.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll the dice.
3.
Ow.
Well, you lash out at the beast and manage to make a burning cut in its side that makes a foul smell rise through the room. It then punches you across the room with a smack of its tentacle. You take 3 damage.
Ow.
Okay, not as much ow as I had expected, but yeah. A good hit. Very well.
Remember, we do double damage against undead.
Yeah, I remember. Don't worry.
Good. Just I wanted to make sure.
Givinia, you may roll the dice whenever you want.
Okay. Then I'll roll 8.
8. Right. You charge towards the beast and slide under one of its advancing tentacles and carve open its gut as you slide under it, spilling putrid, rotting organs all over the floor.
Now I feel very...
Damn it, can't we for once think of the cleaning lady?
Apparently not. But right now I really appreciate we're not wearing heavy armor, otherwise we could not pull up the whole slide under the monster and chop the vitals.
Right. It advances towards you to attack again. Give an ear. Roll a die.
2.
Fuck.
Right. You run towards it, but unfortunately one of its tentacles catches your leg and you crash to the floor in a comical manner, taking 3 damage. It lunged towards you, but in the last moment you rise up, prepare your sword and plunge it deep into its eye. The beast howls, and then falls to the floor, re-dead.
Nice use of words. Now, Necromancer.
Read that. Nice.
Yeah, as I said, nice use of words.
As the vile Akraa'Neonor quivers and dies, Vonotar breaks off mind combat and runs back towards the Brumalmark throne. Loikuma is badly shaken, but he has survived the ordeal. He quickly joins you at the edge of the moat and casts a handful of herbs down into the darkness. Within seconds, a mass of vines and creepers curl upwards to form a bridge. You are halfway across the bridge when Vonotar suddenly reappears, a crystal rod held high in his hand. He takes aim at the massive creepers and a chilling cone of frost hurtles from the rod's tip. But you have the summer sword. Guess what happens? You point the summer sword towards Vonotar's crystal rod. In an instant, the cone of frost arcs away from the bridge and shatters against the golden sword. You hear Vonotar curse you as, once again, the powers of the summer sword saved you from his destructive magic.
Why will he not just give up? But then again, he knows what faces him.
Your time has come, shouts a voice, but it is Loikuma and not Vonotar who now speaks. A knot of herbs flies through the air and hits Vonotar squarely in the chest. In an instant, the hunchback wizard is engulfed in a tangle of vines that ensnare him from head to toe. Loikuma bridges the moat with more creepers and joins you on the platform. And we have a view of what happens to him.
Okay, well done by the old wizard.
Yeah, just a moment. Yeah, this is what happens to him.
Let us see. Okay, fine.
Very fine.
Yeah, very fine, divine. Yeah. As long as it keeps him still so that he will stop trying to fight.
I think that would keep him dead. They're coming out from inside him.
Actually, they're not coming. If you notice, there's this little splotch on his clothes where the guy probably threw the herbs.
Oh, okay.
Be sure to remove his rings and amulets, he says as he busily searches for his skill staff. He is a master of trickery. We would not want him to miss the special homecoming that awaits him in Summerlund. You marvel at the old man's composure. After such a desperate fight, he seems completely unruffled. Ah, here she is, he announces triumphantly as he withdraws his skill staff from beneath the Brumalmark throne. You pass him your map of Kalt and points out the locations of the Cordonal. I'll not be needing that, he replies, a little contemptuously. Maps are invariably wrong. I prefer to rely on my own sense of direction. The old magician raises his staff and a dazzling beam of light shoots from its tip. He makes 3 wide sweeps of the air and the hall of the Brumalmark is transformed into an umbrella of color.
Okay, he does not trust maps. I see.
I'm singing in the rain.
Yeah.
But it sounds like quite the fabulous spell.
Yeah, but before we move on, the rings and amulets this necromancer is wearing, yeah, we were told to take them off, but they are not cursed or something, are they?
You are not keeping them.
Oh, okay, fine.
As the color fades, you become aware of a sudden drop in temperature. You now stand upon the Yuk ice shelf at a point less than half a mile from where the Cordona lies at anchor. Loikuma and Vonotar are close by, both shivering in the cold morning air. Within minutes, you are sighted by the ship's lookout, and a longboat is dispatched. As a wriggling Vonotar is hoisted unceremoniously aboard the Cordonal and deposited in the brig, the captain is the first to congratulate you on your skill and daring. But how did you manage to return so quickly? He asks incredulously. We were not expecting you for another 10 days. Let us say, interrupts Loikuma, that the wisdom of the Kai and the law of the Magician's Guild can surpass the limitations of even time itself. Because I'm far too arrogant to just say we fucking teleported, apparently.
Yeah. Where do we put him off, really?
A puzzled expression crosses the captain's face, but it is gradually replaced by a smile as he begins to understand the magician's... The book says curious, but I'd prefer to use the word obtuse answer. Your journey to Unscaven is swift, but you are saddened by your memories of the brave guides that were left behind. Let's have a moment of silence for those 3 characters.
Yeah, actually, maybe
Well,
we
then-
And that was it!
You cynical. You cynical Dane.
Hey, you ruined the moment of silence. Don't blame it on me. I mean, maybe someone else said that. Let's have a moment of silence for those brave soldiers. And then someone else goes, yeah, I completely agree. We should totally be silent about this right now to show respect by not talking. I think we should do that. Don't you all agree?
Continue the story, Cobra, before I freaking... I'm going to punch you next time I see you.
Your arrival in the port is greeted by an anxious crowd. They fear that your early return is a sign of your mission's failure. When the news of Vonotar's capture become known, your warrior skills are required once again. This time in the defense of your enemy against the seething mob of outraged Somlending that assault Unscaven Gaul. Gaul. G-A-O-L. How's that pronounced exactly?
G-E-O-L.
G-A-O-L. Isn't it just Gaul?
Gaol.
Gaul.
I think it's, if I remember correctly, it's Gaelic for prison.
I've seen it before, but I only read the word, so...
I know that the giant prison in Dublin is called Kilmainham Gaol.
Alright, we'll go with Gaul. Safe passage is eventually secured to Toran, where trial awaits the traitor. Upon the dawn of the Feast of Maesman, in the depths of the Guild Hall of the Crystal Star, Vonotar the traitor is tried by his brotherhood and found guilty of his terrible crimes. He is led away in silence to the deepest chamber of the Guild Hall, wherein lies the Dacian, a portal of total darkness, the door of an eternal prison from which there can be no escape.
They're sending him to Light Rock.
No!
I would pity him if I had any idea what the fuck kind of place that is.
You don't want to know. We call it the Happy Fun Time Brainwashing Camp.
Oh dear. Does he really deserve it? Oh,
Well, that's
my.
not where he's going, but there's a view of where he's going, so you get to see it. Just a minute. But yeah, that's the gate to Dacian.
Let's take a look. See.
As soon as
Oh
I can.
dear.
Let me see as soon as I can.
We'll wait. So yeah, Giveneer, any thoughts on this?
Thoughts on what?
The thoughts on the picture?
It looks like
Pretty
they're sending him
creepy.
into a pyramid or something. Maybe
Oh.
Pyramid Head is in there.
Okay, and you
I
can
don't-
and you can see it now, Rana, I assume.
Jesus.
Okay, then we can
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah.
You are the avenger of his crimes, and it is you who cast the wretched traitor into the limbo of Dacian. Your mission is now completed. You have survived the caverns of Kalt, and freed Sommerlund from the menace of Vonotar. Congrats.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yay, Ignis!